Good morning, it's Barbara. It is fresh and cool outside. I do not believe the 70 degrees. And I think that's going to go down. I just was out there and our gizmo was on the table, not on the tree anymore. And it was a little bit in the sun. And I put it in the shade, but now it just went up. So I have no idea, but it feels cooler than 71 out there, so we shall see. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. This is my second cup, but my first take, so that's good. Oh, let me check the temperature, see if it's gone down. I moved the gizmo again. Yeah, I put it in the shade of the umbrella. It's 69.2 now. It's going to go down further because I'm like, it is not 70 degrees out here, although it is also breezy. So, but my arms are quite cool. But my sweater's thick. Hey pups, the girls are out here with me. Good morning, thank you for joining me. I hope you are well. I'm feeling good. And yeah, physically and mentally, I'm feeling pretty good. We have a ton more tomatoes. I made tomato soup last night with my golden tomatoes, and it was delicious, but I don't think I can eat this many tomatoes. I mean, tomatoes have carbs. They're, you know, they're not like potatoes or anything like that, but they're on the high end of carbs for the non-starchy vegetables. So I think I'm having more tomatoes than I should. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to figure out how to freeze these, the best way to freeze these yellow tomatoes. Because, I mean, you know, Dennis makes me soup all the time, and putting a tomato in my soup would be great when he makes the soup. And, you know, it won't be fresh, it'd be frozen, but one of our tomatoes, that'd be fun. So that's my job for the next few days, because I used up all the yellow tomatoes I had, and there are 4 yellow tomatoes sitting here on the table that Dennis picked last night. So, and we still have Romas. So anyway, the dilemma of the home gardener: too many vegetables. So yeah, so I made soup yesterday. It's one of the things I did. I made soup and I made some fresh salsa. But I don't really have anything to eat with fresh salsa, so that was a little bit of a just trying it out thing. I think it'll be better today when the flavors meld. So anyway, I forgot to bring my paper out. I drew the August winner for the make-along, the Ode to Joy make-along, and the winner is Lisa Kingston Cole, who lives in Ireland. Lisa. It was, I think it was number 907, Snuggly. It was a very thick cow that has a string going through it, and I added it to my favorites because I'm all about the cowl these days. It's a DK weight cow. So anyway, Lisa, you are the lucky winner of the prize package from the wonderful Megan, her hand-dyed minis, and congratulations. Congratulations. And I would love for you to post a picture of what they look like when you get them, because I'm very curious. So anyway, congratulations, Lisa. And it's a little bit ironic because I was thinking of Lisa this morning, because when I got dressed, I put on my Celtic knot earrings that she sent me. She sent me some stitch markers, and she included 2 Celtic knots that are the same, and I turned them into earrings. And as I was getting dressed this morning, I said, oh, I haven't worn my Celtic knots for a while. So there you go. She was on my mind. Oh, I hear something back there. And yeah, I guess my assistant in my phone was getting the vibes. I don't know. Anyway, congratulations, Lisa. Thank you so much, Megan. I am so sorry to take so long to select the winner. And yeah, so lucky Lisa. And thank you everyone who's participating in the Ode to Joy make-along. You're not going to believe this, but last night I was sitting there and grabbed another one of my library books and decided to read, and wasn't feeling that book, so I got another book and I started to read, and I wasn't feeling that book, so guess what I did? I cast on some socks. I cast on some socks. Now, it was not easy to cast these socks on because, well, I had the yarn already balled up, but it was in a tangle and everything, so I rewound it by hand into 2 balls. Then I couldn't find a needle. The only needle I could find was a Carbons. I use a US 1 when I knit. Carbons, and that was the only one I could find, and it has a very sticky join. It's very annoying. I should throw it away. That's how annoying it is. So I went and dug up another sock. Now I have other socks I could have worked on. Doesn't work like that, right? So I put the Carbons in these other socks that I haven't worked on in a million years, and I took their needle, which looks like a Chagu with the red wire, and so I've been knitting nicely on that. So I cast on my 64 stitches, which is how many I always do for my socks, and I was going to make the Mercury socks, and I've made the Mercury socks many times, but not for quite a while. And the Mercury socks are a free pattern that I recommend. It's lovely. And so I did a 1x1 twisted rib cuff for maybe not quite an inch, but for quite a while. And then I started the Mercury sock pattern, which is a little 6-row thing. I think only 2 rows have something going on. I'm not sure. Anyway, I started it and it didn't come out right. And I'm like, wow, that's weird. So I look at the pattern, and the pattern is designed for 50-something stitches, 60 stitches, and 72 stitches. So apparently it's a 12-stitch repeat. So my 64 stitches didn't work. So anyway, I was wearing I think it's the Aran sweater yesterday in my video, that it's a Isabel Kramer pattern, and the sweater I made is kind of stripy. It's from my natural dyes stuff, yarns, and it has a very subtle slip stitch design. It's like 3 rows of just slip stitch, but slip with the yarn in front, for 3 rows alternating. And then, you know, like this much. So it's a little stripe pattern. And it would be very obvious, probably, if you were making that sweater in a solid yarn. But I didn't. So it's not that obvious. But I love it. You know, it's like a little secret surprise for me when I wear it. But anyway, so I decided to do that same pattern. And I just started on the pattern. I did another inch or so plain, and now I'm going to do 3 rows of slip stitch, and then I'm going to, you know, so I'm going to do this stripe, just a little something, something on the sock. I don't know why I didn't just pick up one of my other socks. Anyway, I knit last night. And no exaggeration, I think it might have been 5 weeks since I knit. I think I was still in lockdown the last time I knit. So I was very happy to knit. Now, I couldn't find anything I wanted to watch on TV. I ended up watching reruns of NCIS, which I don't necessarily want to watch. But apparently I want to watch it enough. So I need to go through my BritBox and see what's on there that I want to watch and watch something else than NCIS. But it made me smile that I wanted to knit. And I went through a lot of shenanigans to start this project. Hand winding the yarn and rummaging for the needle. And I have my Vanilla is the New Black chart for the heel. So this is the heel I'm going to put in it. So anyway, I knit last night. I have a knitting bag. Well, I told you I had grabbed a knitting bag. The other day that I felt like maybe that was, you know, something gonna happen. And look, I started. So today I think Dennis is going to be mowing the backyard. I think I'm going to take a ride over and visit with Aura for a little while. I have knitting. I'll just take my knitting and she and I can go sit out on her deck and have a cup of coffee and just chit-chat a little bit. I don't think she had any company yesterday, so I thought I'd go over and just put some eyes on her, make sure she takes her pills. And just chit-chat, have a conversation, make sure she sits out on her deck because it's so beautiful. And soon we're not going to be able to. Yeah, right now we have a plan to bring dinner over with us on Saturday. Dennis has D&D tomorrow. On Saturday and hang out with her and feed her yummy Indonesian barbecue chicken satay. That's the plan for Saturday. But I thought I'd go over and just, you know, spend some time. Other than that, I have no plan. I have to find, I could find a book on tape, maybe, or audiobook. Maybe I'll look for an audiobook from the library that I'm interested in. Because I can sit and knit and listen to an audiobook in the evening. Dennis goes and plays on his computer, and so I can listen to an audiobook. And yeah, and I have anyway, I can do that. So maybe I'll do that. But it made me smile to be knitting yesterday, and that's good. We did spend a lot of time on our deck, though. It was really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. All right, since I'm going to edit this and put Lisa's name on the screen, I did take that video of my trip to the library the other day. Oh, and of course I didn't get it on video or even a picture of it, but on my way home, a car passed me and flashed its lights, which is a signal that something's ahead. Often it's like a speed trap with a cop sitting there. But in this case, it was not. It was a snapping turtle crossing the road, and it was about 18 inches long. It was the biggest snapping turtle I've seen. And it was just sauntering across the road, and so I drove around it, and the guy behind me drove around it, and it made it very safely to the other side, wherever it was trying to go. But that was pretty fun. And we sat out here a long time yesterday, and the female Hummingbird was here. She got beat up by something that flew by real quick. So the male is around, but I think that's the male that was trying to butt in their territory, because the other guy didn't, they used to eat together. So I don't know. But she was around a lot. I was a little concerned because we hadn't seen her for a while. So, but she was here and taking her nectar. So I will put the ride to the library and my commentary. Everybody else puts nice music when they ride, and I talk. I'm a talker. So I talked. I'm just going to put the talk so you'll get to hear it. Anyway, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane. So I'm on my way to the library. And this is a road I only go on when I'm going to the library. But there's an amazing property here. This is part of the property, this field and this fence. Luckily, it's not that busy of a road, so I can stop as I come to the top of the hill and show you this kind of amazing old barn and all this beautiful setting. Probably horses is my guess. This is Chester County, a lot of horses going on here. But it's got some kind of building back there. Looks like a summer home or a pool place or who knows. But anyway, I thought I'd show you a little bit of the ritzy parts. There's lots of rich people in my county. There's nobody behind me. I can slow down. Isn't that kind of amazing? Yeah, pretty amazing. But anyway, so I'm on my way to the library. One thing about this way that I go, it's the only time I use this road is when I'm going to the library, is it's got a little part of it that's unpaved. Now, this is kind of crazy. Now I'm going under the turnpike here. I was shocked to find this tiny little piece of unpaved road, and I'll show it to you when we get there. So here we are, another really nice area, lots of expensive houses, lots of woods, set back, big lots, you know. When you go along here, there's a little bit of a development in here, which is, you know, it's very possible that each lot in that development was, you know, just sold by the lot, and then people got an architect rather than picking, you know, one of the things. But here we go. I don't know if you saw that sign. Pavement ends. Right here by this, can't even see the house. But it's got a pond, it's got a corral area for horse jumping, and here we are on an unpaved road. Now, when I was a kid, I was told that, you know, if you have an unpaved road in the city or county or whoever decided they wanted to pave it, then the homeowners had to pay part or all of the cost of their half of the road along their property line. But I didn't, you know, and I don't know if that's true around here, but having it be optional is very odd. So anyway, it's only, well, quarter of a mile, possibly half a mile without pavement. But it is very strange to find such a thing in my county. All right, I need both hands now. Here's my library branch. Getting the trash picked up. But it's a very nice library. But it does charge for a few things most libraries don't charge for. I think the brand new books, they have like lease them and for $1 something. I'll show you. There is a new one, Rivals Fiction. I didn't realize this was here. So I'm going to take a look at this and then I'll show you the leased books that you have to pay for. Very strange. So here they have rental books, which I find very strange. I can't do anything, take anything out for a week. Their videos too, they charge, I think. I know they charge for their books on DVD. So it's a really lovely place. There are people here, but they've got a snack. They've got vending machines back there, which I don't know why. I don't know why it bothers me. I guess people are allowed to drink in here. But it's like, wait a minute. Vending machines. Alright, I'm going to be down here in the mystery section looking for some courtroom dramas. So I've got a pile here, but I don't have any courtroom dramas, so I'm gonna, I guess I'll take one with me and just hope for the best. I'm doing some Michael Connelly today. So that's it. Here's my lovely library. And that's your tour.